these exes and these bitter baby daddies and bitter ex. It's like, come on, like, give me a break. Listen, you did what you did, right? You decided to be who you wanted to be. You decided to treat me the way you wanted to treat me. So you had to go. So why are you so bitter? That's what I want to know. Why are you so mad?
And we're back with another exciting episode of New York Queens Unplugged. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Nay.
And we are the New York Queens Unplugged.
I just want to say welcome again. And thanks for all my subscribers, all of our subscribers, sorry. We hit about 13 plus thousand, and I'm just ecstatic.
Yeah, I'm elated about that.
Yeah, so we want to thank you all for subscribing. And for all of our new viewers, please like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you.
Yes, and you can find us on YouTube, IG, Facebook. You can also find us on Snapchat. On Snapchat, we are NYQ Unplugged, and all the other platforms, we are New York Queens Unplugged.
Okay. Also, look, I just want to take a moment so y'all could check out the merch. Like yes, honey.
Oh, you got the fitted on.
We got the New
half
York
shirts.
Sports. Listen, this is how we do it, New York Queens over here.
That's
y'all
right.
got to get with it.
That's right. And these will be up on the website really soon. So if you're interested in purchasing New York Queens fitted hat, or, you know, one of these little tank top, we got some for the big girls, too.
It's summertime, y'all.
It will definitely be up on the website.
So, listen, just to discuss about the week I've had.
Oh, God, I don't want to get into that.
Girl, I just want to say, what's up with these exes and these bitter baby daddies and bitter ex? It's like, come on, like, give me a break. Listen, you did what you did, right? You decided to be who you wanted to be. You decided to treat me the way you wanted to treat me. So you had to go. So why are you so bitter? That's what I want to know. Why are you so mad?
I don't know, Nate. You know what? I think sometimes when men lose a good woman, they realize after the fact what they've lost, and that's why they turn bitter. And they get angry and they get mad. And this is why my mom and my grandmother and your grandmother used to always say, be careful who you decide to cohabitate with, who you allow in your space, in your energy, and also who you decide to have children with. Because as a result, it can affect you forever. It could affect you for lifetimes.
It's the truth. It's really the truth. And it's just unfortunate, you know, sometimes we young, dumb, naive, we don't know. I mean, I'm just being honest. But, you know, as you grow and mature, you realize, you know, life lifes, and, you know, life be lifing, and you realize you grow and see that this ain't what it's about. You gotta really be picky and choosy and really get to know a person, an individual, before you decide to lay down and have a kid. Just even giving them your time, your energy, like, please, just be careful out there, man.
Because nowadays, dating is null and void. I come from an era where, you know, if I met a guy, we talk on the phone for a little while, and then he would take me out on a date. We get to know each other. We probably go on a couple more dates, and then, you know what I mean? I would, you know, we would go somewhere fun, and if he had a kid or something, maybe he would bring the kid, and I get to know them, and vice versa. You know, but nowadays it's just like,
oh, please.
The first date, like, you coming home with me?
I'm like, what? Something in the water. I don't know what it is, after COVID or what.
Yeah.
But dudes are crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on.
The expectations nowadays is beyond me. So
yeah,
you just really, really got to be careful. But on another note, we have an exciting show for you today. We have out of New Orleans, 504Icygrl.
Icy Girl.
She's in the studio today. And we also have a special guest, Poppy H. So that's going to be coming up next. And stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
And we're back with 504Icygrl.
Hey.
And we are so
Hello.
happy to have you on New York Queens Unplugged.
Hey y'all.
Yes. How was
I'm
the
excited.
flight?
The flight was good, but the subway ride was better. Took
Oh,
my
it was
first
better.
Yeah, I took my first
Nice.
subway ride to here. From
Okay.
Chinatown.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
I love New York. Like
Okay,
it was
that's
good.
what's up.
That is
Yes.
what's up.
Right.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about the Caked Up tour, the tour that
Yeah.
you're on?
Cool. So the Caked Up tour is for my latest project, which is Caked Up. It's my first ever bounce project. Bounce is a subgenre of hip hop from New Orleans, made in New Orleans, and it's basically dance music and hip hop had a baby. It's really fire. If y'all never heard of bounce music, go look it up. It's my first ever bounce project that I put a lot of fire people on there, and I was like, you know what, we need to take this on the road because
Yes.
bounce been getting a lot of attention lately.
Yes.
So that's what came Caked Up tour after.
Can you tell me about some of the artists that's on the lineup of the...
Of course.
Yes.
So of course I got Ella on the mic, which y'all talk to.
Yes.
Ella been here all the stops. We've been lit every stop.
Yes.
And then we got Sissy Nobi, which is an icon, one of the bounce pioneers. Like,
Okay.
y'all need to meet Sissy Nobi one day if y'all haven't already.
Okay.
Yeah. And we have a lot more people too that's just been popping up on every stop. Like shout out Tony Snow. A bunch of people. Every stop I've been getting people from that city to pop
Okay.
out. You feel me?
All
like
right.
for New York we got Rocky Snyder. I'm
Okay.
really excited to see her.
Okay.
Yeah. We've been fucking with the girls.
Okay, it's gonna be lit then.
Yes.
We can't wait to join y'all tomorrow night.
Can't wait.
Fun.
Shout out to Pianos because they always welcome me.
Yes.
And I love them.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
this is not
awesome.
your first time?
No, I was here, well, I want to say 3 years ago for my first tour, which was the Princess Diaries tour. At Pianos, it was my first ever, well, my second ever sold out date on the tour. And that was because I had Billy B and Lola Brooke. That's when he was blowing up at the time.
Okay.
With the, Don't play with it, don't play with it. Yeah, that's when he was
my
first
song.
blowing
Yes.
up. And I connected with Lil Miss Chit Chat. Shout out to Chit Chat. And she linked me with them, booked them for the show. And it was like right when that shit was blowing up. So I got lucky.
Yeah.
That
Nice.
shit sold out so fast. Like,
Yeah,
Wow.
New York Queens
Pianos.
love Lola Brooke.
Okay.
yeah, and it was in a small room, so Pianos definitely showed love, and he was like, "We're gonna put you in the big room this time." So
Okay.
now we upstairs, and I'm
Okay.
excited.
That's gonna
So
be fun.
did that grow your followers and everything?
What?
Yeah,
I feel like
figured
that
I
created a
figured that.
whole like
Yeah.
New York fan base.
Yes.
New York is like my third top streaming city. Like,
Okay.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I love New York because New York love me. Type
Yes,
shit.
yes.
Like a lot of
Gotta-
people from New York,
You gotta
fuck with
show
me.
love where.
Yeah, and I fuck with them. So, yeah,
Okay.
I love New York.
Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey into the hip hop bounce and
Yeah.
what inspired you to
Okay.
pursue hip hop bounce? I know you're from New Orleans,
Yeah.
and it's a thing, but
So my first bounce song was actually a song called Hello Kitty with a girl named C Fine Ass, which is another iconic bounce artist. She got buku songs that be going up. So I actually got into it because I was just in kind of a fluke, like a writer's block almost, and I was trying to figure out, you know, where should I go now? This was around COVID, 2019, 2020, and I was just on some like, damn, the music going up, but I'm not really inspired. I need to make something that I like really like.
yeah.
And being from New Orleans, you get introduced to bounce music like early as possible, like first birthday party type shit.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
So I was just like, I'm about to make something more carefree that I like, and I was really into
Yes.
C music at the time. So I was like, damn, I think I actually wanna like try a feature. At that time, I've never even like. I've had features, but I've never like really made a business decision to do a feature.
Okay.
That was the first and only time I've ever bought a feature.
Okay.
So I was on some shit like, let me try something new, do something that I like with an artist that I know is like got traction. And I like her shit. I was into her shit like every day at that moment. And even now. So I hit C up. And I was already fucking with her people at the time on some other shit. So it was all love.
Okay.
Got the feature. And she cut up. Like the beat, first of all, Sipo. He cut up and C cut up. And it was just easy for me at that point.
Okay.
Because it bounces carefree. You have fun. And you just
Yeah,
dance and have a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So it became easy with that first song, doing it with C, of being like, oh, I'm just having fun. And we doing what we've been doing since a baby.
Yeah.
Whereas with rap, I kind of had to learn how to rap, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But with bounce, it's kind of less rules, if that makes sense.
So I'm sorry. So I don't really know too much about bounce. I'm introducing with you, Ella on the mic. So I'm here introduced to bounce.
That's fire.
Is Juvenile and them considered bounce?
Okay, so Juvenile and them is definitely hip hop, but they definitely have a few records that is bounce rap. Bounce rap is kind of bounce rap. I don't know. It's hard to explain because bounce is very dance. I would say to make it in the simplest terms. Yeah. But there is a bounce rap which was created kind of in the beginning of bounce music where the gangster rappers was flowing on the bounce beats. Okay. So it's kind of, it can be intertwined. But in general, especially now, bounce music is more of the dancing aspect of it. Okay. But there is that gray area. It's kind of confusing. You feel me? Okay, so the gray area is that bounce rap, is what I'm saying. Because them gangster rappers, in the beginning, they was flowing on them bounce beats. And in the beginning, it was really mainly dudes flowing on these bounce beats, talking that real gangster shit. Okay. And like, you're not going to play with me. Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's hard to answer that because they do have bounce songs. But in general, Juvenile is hip hop. Which is like straight hip hop. All right. But they have bounce rap and bounce songs.
Because some of the beats, no, I definitely feel you. Yeah. Some of the beats, it's like, they be going hard, like they about to conjure up the ancestors or something. I was like, what? Because the one, I was watching one of the videos and the girl was like, how she shake her booty like that?
No, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. Like, nah, like.
Oh my God.
I feel you. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. It's some real cultural shit.
Yeah, like, it's very cultural. Yes, it's deep. And it's like, you hear that, you feel the music, you feel the beat, and it's just like, ongoing. It's something that you actually have to experience.
Yes.
And even when I look at you rapping, even in the videos, I'm like, I even tried to say a line, and I'm like, oh no, I can't keep up.
I feel that. No, I feel that. Yeah. That's what I love about bounce, though. It's very unique.
Except for my titty said pretty, like that part. Yeah, I can say that.
But you
my
see,
titty said pretty.
That song, Hoes Don't Like, it is a bounce song, but it is more on the bounce rap.
Oh, okay.
Line. Like it's a bounce song, but I'm not gonna lie. That one is more. The original was a bounce rap song. We did the remix for Caked Up to be a full bounce song. Okay. I would say the difference that really make it, the full bounce songs have that repetition. Okay. Like, you feel me? Like on that one, I said real ass bitch. Like that punching is called punching. So that's what I feel like make it the true bounce. Whereas the bounce rap, you kind of just flowing on a bounce beat.
Now I get it.
It might have less repetition, but you still flowing on that beat.
Yeah, you still flowing on
Yeah. That's why I said it's like some gray areas into bounce and then bounce rap.
I'm saying I'm ready for the moment.
Yeah.
Yo, I can't wait.
Yeah, I love New York. One thing about New York is like the girls come so hard in New York. Like,
they come out to support. So who are some of the artists or influences that have shaped your style?
Okay, so in general, I always say this. My man influenced me a lot.
Okay.
Poppy H influenced me a lot. He was one of the first people who really like influenced me to even become a rapper.
Okay.
So definitely awesome. Poppy H, definitely Lil Wayne. And then when it come to like bounce, I just love the originators. Not gonna lie. I love Sissy Nobi. I love Big Frida. I love Jubilee.
Yes, Big Frida.
And I love Magnolia Shawty. That's where like my bounce influences really come from.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you write your own music?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
So, so you've never had like a ghostwriter. Nobody's ever. Everything you did. I know you said Poppy. Did he help you with anything?
Oh shit! I've had multiple sessions. Where it's like people jumping in, we all helping each other, especially when it comes to like sync and like getting that record to be on TVs and video games. Yeah, it's a whole lot of collaboration going on. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
So I know you guys have a song, you and Poppy H for. It's called For the Win. Yes. And can you tell me a little bit about that?
Okay, so that song, we made that song like years ago. We actually booked a session specifically to make sync music, which is music that we specifically gonna submit to movies, video games, commercials, etc. So we got in the studio, and I was like, damn, we need to make like a sports song. Because where we from, people love sports. Louisiana is like a sports state. Every type of sport. Shit. Football, basketball, everything. So we was like, we need to make a song that we could pitch for some sports shit. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how that song came along. We had this fire beat. And it just gave football almost. Or basketball, really.
Okay.
I think at first I really wrote it for football, if I'm not mistaken, but it got placed for basketball.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. And it,
so
it
NBA
felt really
2K
good.
picked up your song.
Yes, they hit us up. They hit us up. At first, they was like, they hit our sync agent up, and it was like, okay, we want to place a song from Poppy H and 504Icygrl Fried, because me and Poppy have a whole collaborative album called Fried. So we ain't know what song it was for a while, because they was just like, Fried. And we have a song called Fried. So we was like, okay, is it that song? We don't know. But then we was like, nah, there's a song on there for sports. So I kind of already knew, like, it gotta be that song. And it was that song. Months later, they was like, okay, it is that song. And then even more months later, they was finalizing it. And then we got the real finalization the day it came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know collaboration can be challenging in the industry. Can you tell me about a time where maybe you collabed on a record, album, a single, and it just, a whole bunch of stuff was happening, but...
Yes. Okay. So, this sync, well, this happened to be a sync. It really started off just one of my biggest songs called Pharmacist. This one I was a little bit more like, not really educated in the industry, especially sync. So I made the song. I purchased the beat off of like BeatStars or whatever, and I think I paid like $100 thinking it was like my beat. You feel me? Got the beat, made this fire song, submitted to my sync, and it got this fire placement with like Kyla Pratt dancing to it and shit. Yeah, and I'm thinking, you know, okay, all I gotta do is give these producers their 50%. At first, I was like, damn, I think I bought that beat. I don't think I even had to say nothing. But no, after like hitting up a few of my mentors at the time, because this was before I got real management, it was like, nah, you definitely owe them something, even though you did pay that $100 on BeatStars.
Okay.
So that was my first real lesson in publishing and sync, being on some, okay, even though you pay these producers, you still have to get their permission and pay them basically whatever they ask for, because if you don't have a contract in place, they own half of that shit. Like, period. So that was like a real tough pill, but I'm very grateful for that pill. And they worked with me to make it easier to learn. So it was a hard lesson, but I'm very glad I learned it. And I'm glad I learned it early.
No, definitely.
Because it was one of my first big syncs. So if I didn't learn that then, I wouldn't be able to handle this business now for like the 2K. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it. Are you signed right now? Do you have?
No, I'm completely independent. But what I do is to work my independent ways. I have a management that I'm signed to, which still keeps me independent. And then I have a sync agency that I'm signed to, which still keeps me independent.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I also have a distributor that still keeps me independent. So basically I have all these other people that I have in like independent contracts with, but label-wise, it's on me.
All right. And do you plan on keeping it that way?
Shit, if a label combined with the right type of money and deal, of course I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
But the type of team I have, they not about to even like associate with nothing that's not good enough. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
not coming correct.
Like, yeah.
So you hear that? You got to come with them dollar signs.
Yeah,
of course.
Really a good agreement.
Yeah.
Like, because that be the real problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like that with a lot of artists, like their royalties and stuff like that. They just, it kind of gets lost in the sauce. Yeah. Okay.
So what's your favorite song that you've written and why?
The favorite song that I've written. Damn. Okay. It's so hard because a lot of the like my new songs I really love. I'm not gonna lie.
So you have multiple.
Yeah, I do have multiple.
Yeah.
The favorite song that I've written don't get no love, and that's how it be. So my favorite verse is probably like Headache or Ain't Sweet, which is like my real New Orleans flow on it. Like real juvenile is inspired, how you brought up. Like, but it don't really get much love as like the bounce, for example, or like the straight rap. Like,
but it means something to you. Like
it definitely means a lot to me.
Yeah, it means something.
Yeah. So definitely Ain't Sweet or Headache is my favorite songs I've written.
Okay. And what is Headache about?
Headache is based on the hook that Poppy wrote about being aggravating and hard-headed, but still being that nigga. So it's kind of about that.
Okay.
All right. And It Ain't Sweet, what's that about?
Ain't Sweet was all about, it was really all about just like real New Orleans flexing vibes, like flossing season vibes, like, yeah. Okay. Just feeling good. Maybe in New Orleans.
All right. And what cities have you performed in, and which one do you think showed you the most love?
I feel like I've definitely been getting a lot of love where I'm from lately. Okay. Like, I don't know, like the girlies been coming through. Okay. But not gonna lie, like I said, my last tour in New York was the littest date. Okay. Big thanks to Billy B and Lulu Brooke. And it was the littest date. So I feel like New York is definitely like a close second. Okay. And then LA. LA always show love. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And have you faced any obstacles when it comes to collaborations? And how do you navigate those? Other than what happened with the sync, like have you had any obstacles with other artists? Yeah. Okay. So in New Orleans, like it's very small. And like it's a lot of a mess. Like we're in shambles right now. So it's just hard to like collaborate with the people that you truly enjoy their art without being dragged into what everybody got going on. Because I'm really just be trying to be focused on the art. But the mess be so in front of you because it's so small. So it's like hard to try to be like, okay, get this shit off. Keep this shit from me. You feel me? So it's really where I'm from. It's hard to keep that middle ground of collaborating with people, but also like staying out of all the BS. Yeah.
Keeping yourself separate from that.
Anybody that you would like to collab with?
Like that you have so many people that I want to collab with. Yeah, the list. I will be here all night.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. But, I mean, who's like the top? Give me top five. Top five that I want to collab with. Okay, I definitely need to work on my record with Sissy Novi. Every time I see him, he be like, okay, we got to do our record. So I really need to do that. I really need to do Big Frida. I really need to do my girlies in LA because I love LA so much. Like, definitely Ash Bash. And then I want to do a record with the New York girlies, too. Like, maybe Billy B. I really fuck with Billy B. And I like her new song, like the New York Girl song. Okay. Because I love being proud of where you from. Yeah. You feel me?
Definitely.
Like,
you gotta
that shit
where you
means
from.
a lot. Yeah. So, that's my top 5.
So, what do you want your fans to feel or take away from your music?
Okay. I want them to feel free. Like, oh my God, like I feel like so many rules is being put in place every day. Like, I just want people to feel for a second like, okay, I could do what I want and smoke this weed and dance real quick. Yeah.
And just live their life.
Yeah. Just live their life and be them.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the biggest milestone what is the biggest milestone you hope to achieve in your career?
The biggest milestone I hope to achieve, I really want to create something that creates things for everybody else. Like, whether that be a business or a nonprofit or like, I don't know, even a park. I don't know what it is, but I want to make something that's like an anchor for a lot of other people. Okay. Yeah.
That's beautiful. You have a good heart.
Yeah.
So you don't have any children yet?
I don't have no children yet, but I have a lot of dogs. I love dogs. I love animals. Yeah, I love dogs, cats, all that. But yeah.
Aww, cute. So you have a lot of dogs, or you?
All my life I've had dogs. Okay. Yeah, right now I have 2 dogs, but all my life I've always had hella animals.
Now I got to watch the video today of "Stupid Hoe." And that particular song, because it seemed a little personal to me.
That video is so old.
Okay, but it was very well done.
Okay,
and so
I was like, my old apartment.
No. So I kind of went through all your videos. Okay, but I got to watch "Stupid Hoe" today, and so that particular song, was it based off personal experience, or were you just basing it off females watching other females?
So, funny story. That song is actually based on, around that time, we were actually in Atlanta working with a lot of Young Money stuff that Poppy was working on. Okay. And they had like a whole team that flew in working with Poppy from Canada. Okay. And they kept saying like, are you stupid? Are you dumb? are they stupid? Are they dumb? And I don't know. It just like stuck with me. I loved it so much. Like, and I kind of created a whole song off of their saying, because I just love their attitude and I love Canadians.
Okay.
I don't know. That whole song was inspired by that Atlanta trip. So it wasn't really on a person. It was really on the Canadian people that I met in their slang. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
So what kind of advice would you give to aspiring artists? Like they're trying to come out and, do their thing.
I would say to be consistent and don't get discouraged because, like, oh my God, every business person, everybody gonna always get hate no matter how big you get or how good you are. People don't like Chick-fil-A. Like, that's crazy. People don't like Beyonce. That's crazy. Like, they're gonna be people that don't like everything.
Okay.
And to make that content. Because content is the hardest thing to make.
No,
like what we doing right now.
Is.
Like, it's the hardest thing to do, but it's the number one thing you need to do.
No.
For real. The number one. Content.
Definitely. I see that. Bouncing off of that, did you find, like, once you started rapping and so on and so forth, did you find that people that you thought would have your back didn't have your back, and friends or family that you thought would always be there forever now have disappeared or not showing you the love that, you feel like you deserve?
Right. Yes, but one thing about me, ever since a really young age, like, I've had a lot of friendship heartbreaks. You feel me? So, like, since I was, like, 20, I haven't really had many people that I really be close with. All my friends are, like, I'm friends with people, but I don't really get super close where I be like, you're not supporting me enough. I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
I ain't about to check nobody for not supporting me. So, like, yes, you have a point, but I've kind of made me learn to not give that responsibility on people.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no,
I could be your friend without you ever posting my music. It's just, it kind of made me get that boundary out the way instead of being that person that always feel like, oh, you ain't post this, we ain't cool. Nah, I ain't never about that.
Or
like
they
that.
didn't support you in any way.
Yeah. It kind of make me give more grace. If that, like, being on something like, bro, we can still be cool, get a drink, or be whatever. You don't gotta post my shit every day. Girl, we got lives.
Exactly.
Maybe it made me open my mind of being like, bro,
maybe you don't feel like it. You
that
not
don't mean
into
you
that.
don't support me, and I don't mean I don't support you. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
No, for real. I really don't like to. I be having anxiety, so it's easy to think that deep. But no, you really gotta be like, bro, we busy. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of anxiety, do you find yourself having anxiety right before you go on?
Oh my God, every show. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If anything, it get worse.
So what do you do to calm yourself?
I read the set list. Over and over to be like, okay, you know this about to happen. Like, you don't have to be scared. You know this is this. Okay, so I read the set list. Then I might just smoke me a little blunt. And I try to act like it's all normal. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once I get on the stage, it get better because, like, the crowd.
Right.
It's rare I have a bad crowd. The crowd really make it easier to fall into.
I get it.
Yeah. Before I get there, I just try to reassure myself. Like, you know what's about to go.
Because if you get on and perform and everybody's just looking at you, then
it's
over with.
But it might be like that. It might be like that. And it still, you just gotta.
But you know what?
When it get to that, I just look over their head and I act like it's not happening. I
don't know. With bounce music, I think that's hard because everybody getting turned. I just everybody's
turned up.
It's just that beat, that energy, it's hard.
Thankfully, every stop this tour so far, like big crowd or small crowd, they moving. They want to dance. They want to be there for you. So like, I'm hella grateful for that. Like the crowd make it easier. Yeah, but I have the anxiety every time.
So outside of the music, what are some of the things that you're passionate about?
Oh, I got a lot of passions. I'm a passionate person.
Okay.
I am passionate about cooking.
All right.
I'm passionate about like giving care to the things and people that I love, like, the animals, my boyfriend, my mom. I'm passionate about designing. I love clothing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I love sewing.
Nice.
So I like, or what I say, crafting, because I really love just making stuff.
And I see you matching the New York Queens colors.
Oh, really?
The pink and black.
Like we matching.
Yes.
No, we matching.
We locked in.
I fuck with y'all.
Oh, God.
Yes. I love having passions, for real. That's what make life, you know?
Yes, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, do you have anything else that you want the people to know about you? Projects that you're working on? Anything up and coming?
I'm definitely working on a deluxe of the Caked Up because I just feel like I want to give more. Like, it's a lot of things that I've had planned that I didn't get to do yet, and I'm not the type of person to box myself in and be like, too late, you missed the deadline.
Yeah.
No, like, I'm going to do what I want to do. So I think I'm working on more Caked Up stuff, more features, more bounce music. And honestly, I'm working on a lot of more rap. I'm not going to lie, I miss rapping too.
Yeah.
Like, I love bounce, but I really miss rapping. So I got some rap records coming too.
Oh, you got it coming soon?
Yes, I got a studio session Thursday.
Okay.
In Brooklyn.
Oh,
we up.
Nice. So you working while you here? You working while you
no,
working?
that's you gotta do that though to have the balance. Like I was just telling Poppy, like, yeah, we on vacation, this vacation, but it's really work vacation. Yeah.
So did you grow up listening to bounce, or did you grow? I
feel like everybody in New Orleans, like, you can't even help but growing up listening to bounce. Because even just at any public event, they're gonna play bounce.
Okay.
Even at your school, you feel what I'm saying? Like pep rally, they playing bounce at the pep rally. Like, yes.
All right.
Yes. Funeral, they playing bounce.
Oh,
yes, girl.
wow.
Funeral, they shake it down. They shake it down at the repast.
But you know what? I have seen some Instagram stuff with people with the funerals down south. And the bounce music. Yes, I've seen some things. I ain't gonna mention what I say, but I did.
Bounce music
everybody's
brings
feeling
joy.
sad and down. So
like,
you ain't lying. It gets them out that funk.
Yeah,
definitely gets.
Because I did see a baby mama bouncing on the casket.
What?
I did
you got
see that.
I know what video you're talking about, and I bet she felt really good after that.
Yeah, I definitely saw that.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Anything that people should know about you that like they wouldn't expect? Because with your music and everything. So what, like,
a lot of people don't know that I'm like 4'11". Like, you know,
you are.
Oh my God, you're so short. So I always tell people ahead of time, like, I'm very short. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Everything else, I feel like I ain't gonna say I put out there because I am a little private. But I also don't be minding answering no questions either. Like,
but I don't know. Like, meeting you here personally, I don't see your the way your music video.
Really?
I'll go. You
No,
you
I've been traveling all day.
You a whole vibe.
But it's just different. Like, I'm expecting.
I have got that a few times though.
I'm expecting something.
No, I really be cooling. I really be cooling. Like, a lot of people be surprised. I really be on my business shit. Like, I really be trying to be like, I really be in the computer all day.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. See,
laptop on me. Like,
me.
iPad on me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm that type of person. Like, because besides music, I just manage a lot of other things.
Oh, okay.
Because don't get me wrong, like, music is finally starting to pay bills, but it's the other businesses that I put in place to really get me in this place to even pursue music. Like, the music is expensive. This is expensive. Like, it's the other talents that's gotten me to, like, afford this. Period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Tell us something more about themselves.
Oh, definitely. Like, I manage events. Like, I manage all type of stuff. Like I said, I'm getting really big in sync. So sometimes I'll help co-produce, not the beats, but like, basically if somebody working on a project and they'll be like, okay, we want to pitch this stuff, get the project, try to pitch it. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I'm trying to get more on the, what they call it, not back of the house, but
The
backstage.
management.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more of the front end, back of the house energy because to be honest, it take a long time to get the money from the front.
Yeah. In the background playing,
Yeah. So it's a bunch of things that happen in the back that I do like to be involved in and get my money from while also being in the front.
Yeah, no, I get that. I definitely get that.
Yeah.
All right. Nay, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I got a little. All right. So so I'm not gonna do how I did, because you got your man in the building and all that.
No, you can.
That's okay.
He's cool. No, he be chilling. He be chilling.
Okay. Let's go.
He be chilling.
So maybe I'll do a combination of both.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with would you rather?
Okay.
Okay. So I want to know, would you rather be the best freestyle rapper in the world, but never be able to write songs, or be a legendary songwriter, but never be able to freestyle?
That is so easy. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never was a freestyler. Don't get me wrong. I do want to get to being a good freestyler,
Okay.
but I feel like a songwriter is more money. Paying.
Yes.
Like, by far.
Yeah, but
I know so many rappers, especially being where I'm from. They be the best freestylers, best battle rappers. They could eat anybody up on sight, but they don't got no good songs. Like, it's hard to have that middle, and at the end of the day, to make money
And you have something
in
to
this
sell.
industry,
It's always good to have something.
you gotta
to
write
sell,
that
child.
song.
Yeah, you gotta
Like,
write
so
that
I
song.
would rather be the songwriter.
Okay. All right. So would you rather only be able to listen to old school hip hop from the 1980s and 90s,
Okay, 80s and 90s.
or only be able to listen to modern hip hop from 2010s and beyond?
Damn, I feel like there's just such a gap. Like, so
I
nothing from
know.
2000 to 2010?
Well, yeah, right? Because I know, right?
I know.
Well, the 2000s, the
I'm
early
not gonna
2000s.
lie.
So
I
say
did like the early 2000s. I have to take the early 2000s. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you guys, my man, all I really listen to on a daily is like 2010 to 2016. 2016 was the
right.
GOAT.
The early 2000s was lit.
Yeah,
It was lit.
so I gotta go with that. I gotta go with
Okay.
2000s to 2010s.
Okay, so the next one is, would you rather collab on a track with Tupac or perform live on stage with Notorious B.I.G.?
No, I don't, bro. I'm a little drunk. I'm gonna be honest. I hope I don't get no hate. I'm not like the hugest fan of either. Of course, I know both of their hits.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
But like to answer that question, I'm not like a huge fan of either.
But if
like
you had to
Tupac or
choose.
Big.
So if you had to choose,
If you had to
so
choose.
you
Okay.
a collab track with Tupac,
Okay.
or perform live on stage with B.I.G.
But he passed away.
I know, but if they came back to life,
I feel like.
They
I feel like I've heard a few.
Don't they got them
I
at
feel
the
like I've
museum?
heard a few weird lyrics from Big, so I'm gonna go with Tupac.
Okay.
And I'm all about the money. And that actual track on record is worth more money than one performance.
Listen,
I'm not gonna lie. I need to place that record. Like, I need to get that publishing.
You about that coin?
Okay.
About that coin.
We gonna get that.
Okay. So, this is the last one for would you rather?
Okay.
Would you rather have lyrical skills of Kendrick Lamar or the production talent of Dr. Dre? You already, because you about that money, so I already know what you.
Well, I feel like it depends on what money you're talking about. I feel like the beats be making more money, so I have to say Dr. Dre.
I knew you was gonna pick Dr. Dre.
Okay, yeah, I have to say Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
I can always hire a writer. No offense, but that production is hard to find a good production. Like,
Yeah, Dr. Dre's a beast.
That's
I be
true.
trying to learn to produce on myself, and that shit is hard. So I gotta say Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do like a couple.
Okay.
With the respect to Poppy.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So it's called Smash or Pass.
Okay. Oh Lord. I didn't know you was gonna do that.
Sure you ready to do it?
All right, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Listen, if you ain't comfortable, we ain't gotta do it because I know,
I'm more
I know
sure
the man is in the building.
Okay.
So what you feel? It's up to you, baby.
I'm gonna be passing anyway.
I know. So
Okay.
yeah, then we gonna pass.
I just want to hear the
'Cause that ain't
options
gonna
at
be
this
no
point.
fun.
She want to hear the options.
No, I just wanted to hear the options,
You
but I'm
just wanna
definitely
hear that.
passing.
But
I'm
you
definitely passing, but I
passing.
just wanted to
But
see who y'all got listed.
We not gonna get the honesty.
Oh, yeah, I'm
we ain't
passing.
gonna-
I ain't gonna lie, I'm
you
passing. I just
So
wanted to see who y'all got written down.
Would you rather smash Poppy? Smash or pass? Poppy Chulo, because that's the only honest.
Poppy
That's
H.
what we gonna get. That's what we gonna get, folks.
I'm weak.
So,
Definitely Poppy. Wait.
Poppy H. Oh, I'm
Poppy
sorry.
H. Wait, who is the other Poppy?
She got
Listen,
Little Boosie as a
Poppy-
choice. Drake.
Why y'all playing like that? Nigga, no, all respect.
Listen.
I don't want this to get nowhere. All respect to
Listen.
Boosie.
Listen.
Wait.
She got Drake. Let me finish. She got Drake. Who else is on there?
I got Lil Wayne, Drake,
Wayne,
I got Rick Ross,
Kodak
I got
Black.
Definitely
Kodak
Poppy.
Black. I got Bossy Badass. I got Yo
Bossy Badass.
Gotti. I got mad.
50
I
Cent.
got mad rappers.
Who else? 50 Cent.
I ain't gonna lie,
Gotti,
definitely Poppy.
Juvenile,
Method
Birdman,
Man,
Kendrick
Juvenile.
Lamar, like
Definitely Poppy.
Poppy, you for
That's
the
what
win.
she was
Definitely
sitting
Poppy.
Poppy for the
Wait,
win.
I swear, no, for real. Even if my man wasn't here, definitely Poppy. Definitely Poppy.
Poppy for the win.
All right, folks. Poppy it is.
Poppy, shit.
Damn it.
Y'all thought y'all got me. No,
I
that
knew I ain't have you. I knew I ain't have you because I was
Listen,
like,
DJ Shar was just on the show, and she said, and she was on point. Just met her.
yes.
Said that's the messy one.
That wasn't even messy like that.
I'm not messy, child. Listen, I'm just here for it.
So
Nah,
let the
I'm
people.
trying-
So let the people
I'm
know
trying
where
to
they
give
can
them what you
find you.
want.
My name is 504Icygrl. Y'all can find me everywhere.
Oh,
Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, 504Icygrl. Thank y'all so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
No, for real, I wasn't missing this. Shout out to the Bronx.
Yes,
Yes, I fucks with y'all. Oh,
Hey.
period.
And thank you for coming, girl. We want to give you our crown.
Oh, thank
Yes.
You deserve
you.
it. You know, you're
Yes.
a New York queen.
I'm a New
Yes.
York queen,
Yes.
bitch.
Yes, you are.
Bitch, I'm drunk. Okay, that way.
Yeah. Listen, you gotta put it like a
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
gonna mess up your
Okay.
Tony
All
song.
right. Look,
Yes, New York queen.
That's
You
good
are
enough.
New
I
York
love
queen,
you
and you've
guys.
been crowned.
You've been
Thank
crowned
you.
as
And
New York queen.
We definitely would love for you to come back in a year just to see like
I'm
where
coming
you're
back.
at and what you're doing, and also where we're at and what we're doing.
Yeah.
So we're growing together. It's be great.
I'm definitely gonna be back.
Yes, you have to come
I
back.
fucks with y'all.
Yes,
And I love
And
all
we
the
mess with you
backdrops.
too.
I love it.
yes. Thank you.
It's great aesthetic.
Yes, thank you. So there you have it. We have 504 Icy Girl, and thank you for watching. And we're out.
Thank you.